What's up, keepers, and welcome back to another installment of the ARS Goalkeeping vlog. I've been up to a ton of really cool activities in South Korea, and the 13-hour time difference between Korea and the US has given me a lot of time to work on a few videos and put them out early for you guys. Some of you know about popular cat cafes in the US where you can go out and hang out and eat and drink and play with some cats. Well, I was able to find a raccoon cafe called Racuna Matata with the same premise, just with cute, cuddly, and sometimes bitey raccoons. I spent a good amount of time hanging out with these cheeky animals, and they spent most of their time rifling through my bag trying to grab whatever they could get their little hands on for some good gnawing action. There were some casualties during this meetup, as the raccoons were able to find my GoPro and chew both the tripod and my foot and leg up. This was still a super experience, and I highly recommend to anyone who loves animals to check out these special animal cafes. It could be a cat cafe or a dog cafe back in the US. I know there's a few of them in Florida. I wasn't able to actually use the audio from the cafe or the Racuna Matata cafe because they had a bunch of music playing and it was blasting pretty loud, so you couldn't really hear what I was saying and you couldn't even hear what the raccoons were doing. So we're just gonna have some nice video over it and some cute little pictures of raccoons, and you'll see they're like little humans. They have these cute little hands and they get everywhere, and they're super mischievous. I mean, these raccoons, if you didn't watch them for a second, they'd be in my bag. I know one of them stole a euro out of my bag and then tried to eat it, and I had to try to get the euro out of his mouth, and all he did was bite the living hell out of me. And that's you'll see very quickly that he'll start attacking my leg out of anger because I took the coin away from him, and he remembered that, so he kept on coming after me and looking for his euro so he can chew back on. Something that I don't talk about on my YouTube channel is my love for animals and my love for nature. When I was a lot younger, about 15 to 17 years old, I spent a lot of time going to the Amazon rainforest and doing a bunch of work with the locals there. Ever since then, I have been so in love with animals and so in love with everything that has to do with meeting new animals and kind of checking out zoos. You'll see on my Instagram, I'm always going to a zoo whenever I go to a new country or whenever I go to a new city. I want to check out the zoo and I want to see what's going on. I really think that the animals are the coolest thing, and if I could, I would actually be reviewing zoos and checking out zoos if I had the money to be traveling all over the world and checking out different zoos. But now that I travel so much for soccer, which is a huge plus for me, I've been able to check out so many more zoos. I've been able to have so many more experiences with different animals and checking out something like a raccoon cafe. I've only seen raccoons in Florida, and they've been wild, and you're not supposed to trust a wild raccoon. They can carry rabies, and they are nowhere near as nice as these raccoons, and most of the time they're just trying to steal your food out of your camping equipment. I remember one time I went camping in Florida, and we had to end our camping session early because we left our food out, and by the middle of the day the raccoons had snuck in and knocked our food down and pretty much knocked it and rubbed it into the dirt and eaten everything that they could have and destroyed whatever they couldn't. So I definitely understand that raccoons are devious, but even when they were in a kind of domesticated area, they were still just as devious. Almost made me want to get my own pet raccoon. These things are just so funny and so much fun to deal with. Alright, so we're going to go into a PC bar. That's like a PC place. I really love to game, and South Korea is like the best place for gamers. So we're going to see if I can get maybe one game in and see if I can get destroyed pretty much, because everybody here is supposedly very, very good.
Oh, it's bright. Yeah, people have been playing for a while when the AWSC has been so destroyed. This is how much they play here.
Yeah, so that was a PC bomb. It was really cool. The computers are super freaking strong and fast. If you could see that the thing said frames per second, FPS at about 400 or 257, one of the two, I can't remember very well. I think it was 257, but normally games are fine at 60 FPS, and that just shows how strong the computer was. The only issue was that I had to hook up to a European server, and in the European server, it's the connection here, there's a lot of latency, so my ping was super high and I couldn't do much. But I was able to get some kills. I died a lot more than I killed people, and then the game ended actually, or not even the game, my time in the PC bond ended before the game ended, so I actually got kicked out of the game. Kind of sucks for the guys who were playing with me. If you guys are watching, I don't think so. Super sorry, but kind of it happens sometimes. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked the vlog. Make sure to check back in soon. I did get to play in field in a futsal game with some younger Korean guys at about 20 years old, and I was able to make a ton of goals and make some cool moves. So make sure to check back in for that video. It should be out in the next 2 or 3 days. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys again very soon.